I want to draw your attention to what is going on in the Netherlands, because it ties into this. Now, Geert Wilders, who is the leader of the PVV and has been very outspoken on things such as Islam, immigration, so on and so forth, he rather amazingly won the elections. Didn't win, but he got the most votes. He didn't have enough to make a majority. And it's taken him 6 months to hammer out a coalition government with the pro-business VVD, the radical centrist New Social Contract, and the BBB Farmers Party. And he's basically said the sun will shine again in the Netherlands. And says that when you read the agreement between the four parties, it will bring about the strictest asylum policy ever. He said there'd be a 2-year Asylum Crisis Act to drive down numbers arriving in the Netherlands. And he plans to call for a maximum reduction in migrant numbers without giving a hard figure. It also includes austere reception centres, no rolling out the red carpet and providing 4-star hotels over there, no siree, a hold on processing asylum applications and only temporary asylum being granted. And he also wants to create an opt-out clause for European asylum and migration policies. He's going to submit that as soon as possible to the European Commission. But, Stephen, I think you and I know what the European Commission are going to say to that, don't we? And indeed, they have already turned out and said absolutely not. Frans Timmermans, the former EU climate chief and leader of the opposition Green Left Labour Party in the Netherlands, said the pact was disastrous. And already the EU have basically turned around and said, you think you want to opt out of stuff? You can't cherry pick. So poor Geert Wilders, there he is, getting the popular vote, and already the EU are stopping them from doing anything, just as Ursula von der Leyen flew down to Lampedusa, joining Giorgia Meloni when she said, that's it, we're using the Navy, we're turning these boats around. And von der Leyen seems to remind her, well, do you know what? Aren't you in the euro? Don't you have a lot of debt to the ECB after the Eurozone crisis? Don't you receive structural funds? Guess what? We can trash your economy if you dare turn a single boat around. Do you think Geert Wilders can do it, Stephen?
I think that Geert Wilders is going to give a stronger try than perhaps those in the Conservative leadership did in respect of trying to close the borders and prevent mass immigration coming illegally into the United Kingdom. I mean, he's certainly got a slightly different way of being able to deal with it. Of course, he's also within the ECHR, and of course, as you rightly pointed out, there is the strength of the Commission. The Commission is saying he cannot opt out of the new pact on immigration and asylum. This is the deal that's been agreed by the European Union countries through the Commission, although, as we know, that Poland and Hungary both objected to it. The European Commission recognises that during 2023, you'll get these numbers, 1 million people came in illegally into the European Union. And they are asking, through this new pact on asylum and immigration, that these people who apply illegally into Europe can be distributed to different countries. Exactly. And if you don't accept them, you'll have to take £20,000 of your taxpayers' money and give it either to the European Commission for them to distribute to countries that are keeping them. Now, the European Commission is saying that's going to cost €6 billion a year.
Blimey,
now,
so
just
paying €6 billion a year to not accept the migrants that the EU are trying to impose upon countries. It's absolutely astonishing, Stephen. I mean, this is it. No parliament should be able to bind its successor, but with those ne'er-do-wells in Brussels, that is exactly what seems to happen. Stephen, I'd love to carry on talking to you about this for much longer, but I'm afraid we've got to take a break. Thank you so much for coming on. Let's get you back on and revisit what is going on in the Netherlands, because it is really a fascinating topic that I'm sure you at home also want to track.